All of you, particularly those of you that are new, those of you that are here for the first and second time, thank you so much. For those of you that have been here before and back for another look, well done to you. If you ever want to learn a song, you got to listen to it lots of times before you get the words. So we appreciate you coming to join us. I don't work for this company myself. I'm totally independent. Just probably like the person that invited you here to this call. So uh, seems to be something wrong with the slides moving on. I think that's it now. So I maybe clicked the button too many times. So anyway, I don't work for the company myself. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you any advice in that respect. I think you got to be qualified to give financial advice. So please don't be found guilty of promoting any, I suppose, investments or securities and things like that. You're not allowed to do that. And you're going to find out we have a very, very simple system that can keep you compliant, but you got to look after your own words. All right. And we'll teach you that as we go along. Anyway, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you any advice. I'm here just to, I suppose, let you hear my opinion about it. So whatever we share here, it's just my thoughts, my opinions, my due diligence, and it might help you on your journey, on your way to discover is this something you'd like to see. But I would always suggest to get professional advice when making any decisions. What actually attracted me initially to this was this gentleman here, Bryan Benson. From United States, that was important. Number two, he was a trader with Morgan Stanley, a very reputable bank. Number three, he went to work for Binance, and he did a fantastic job down in Binance. In fact, he became the marketing director for all of LATAM. LATAM is an abbreviation, I suppose, for Latin America. He opened the Mexican market. He opened Brazil, a very big market. He opened Chile, Peru, Paraguay, everywhere in between. And Bryan's opened Binance in his name. It wasn't Binance's name, it was Bryan's company's. And once he established that business, CZ, the owner of Binance, then overtook the operation. So Bryan was responsible for a big, big chunk of Binance. When I say a big chunk, his sales volume represented 20% of Binance's global revenue. Now, that's an important guy. He brought to them the Lightning Network. He brought to Binance Pay. This guy is not just a CEO or a smart guy. He's very technical as well. He's into product. He's into technology. He's into development. He's into blockchain. He's into Web3. He's a smart guy, I'll tell you that. And the more you get to know him and when you hear him speaking, you go, wow, that guy knows his stuff. And that's important for all of us. We want a CEO that has been here before, somebody that has walked this path before, not somebody that's attempting a journey or, well, I'm going to try and do this. No, he's already been very successful before, and I've no doubt he's the right man to steer the ship here at Aurum. I hadn't heard of him before Aurum, so I actually did a Google search on him, and you'll probably do the same yourself, but please get his name right, Bryan, Bryan Benson. I just typed the word Binance. Can you see that after his name? Just in case there was lots of Bryan Bensons. I think there are more than most of us have a replicated name. But you'll see that Bryan Benson Binance came up with the same guy. There he is on the platform. Here he is on Google. Now there's images here when he was much younger. I think he prefers that image. I can see him here with the Binance logo, the Binance shirt. Yeah, I can see him. It looks like he's opening offices down there. He's everywhere, and a good guy he is because he gets interviewed by lots of people. We see that Forbes had written positively about the Aurum business, not once but twice, and then we were excited to learn that they had an arrangement for a Visa card which is branded Aurum. This is very difficult to get for any company to get your name on a Visa card, and that would tell you that we could assume that the issuing bank of Visa have obviously said, well, we need to see who the directors are, who the owners are. We need to know who the CEO is operating. We want to see your licenses. We want to see your accounts. We want to see whatever. I'm sure that to get this kind of technology in place takes a lot of due diligence by Visa and its issuing partners. So with that said, that gave me a lot of confidence to see that this was already in place, not something that's coming. Many of these companies say, oh, it's coming, or in 3 years from now, we will have this. And I don't like those companies because they're using our money to build their dreams. They're using our money to build their company. You're going to find with this company, they don't need our money because they've got everything, almost everything already in place. They have AI agents, they have AI technology, they have robotic technology, they have Visa cards on board, they have lots and lots of stuff. They have an exchange up and running. They have these point of sale terminals. So the infrastructure is almost complete, and the company launches in January. So I like that idea. And we were pleasantly surprised to see that this man, Bryan Benson, our CEO, is now speaking around the world at the top blockchain conferences. In fact, this was the biggest one in the world. 25,000 people went there. The tickets were $1,000 to get in. So it gave me a lot of confidence to see that a company that's not afraid to be exposed, a company that's not afraid to jump into the, like CoinMarketCap were here, Donald Trump's two sons were here, Richard Teng from Binance was speaking, our guy, Bryan Benson, was speaking, the creator of Tron, Justin Sun, was speaking, big guys in the industry. So I was very, very comfortable when I realized these guys had a stand at it. They were a sponsor of this event. They spoke at this event. Give me a lot of confidence that we've got somebody here that knows what they're talking about. And in 2 days from now, he'll be speaking at the Global Blockchain Show. I think that Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy or Strategy, I think he's speaking here. The guy from 1inch, if you've heard of 1inch, he'll be speaking here. I believe BlackRock might possibly be here. So he's speaking in that in the next 2 days. He goes around the world looking for partners, looking for partnership deals and contracts, looking for liquidity for his exchange, looking for business partnership that he can offer this community a great ecosystem. And then about 4 days ago, he was interviewed by Wendy O. Now, I hadn't heard of Wendy O because I don't use social media. I don't watch TV. But somebody told me Wendy O was quite a big name out there in the in this, what do they call this? Influencers on social media. I believe Wendy was a big influencer. And of course, she interviewed Bryan Benson just about 4 days ago. So you should listen to that as well. And all of that said made me feel reasonably comfortable that we had a good chance here, a good survival rate, a good opportunity with a man who knows the industry that he's in. Then my next part was to check out the product line. So number one for me is the company right? Number two would be, what about the products? Have they products that are scalable? Have they products that are in demand? Have they products that people want? Have they products that I would use? Have they products that my family would need? Have they products that even a stranger would take from me? These were the kind of areas I check out on the products. And here's one here on the screen. It's the Aurum point of sale terminal. You see all these in the shops, but this is a little bit different because this one accepts fiat payments. That's your traditional currency in your country, but it also accepts crypto payments. And they're working right now on a little bit of software to create micro payments. And there may be an opportunity for you and me when these machines go into the shops. If you're the person that gets it into the shop, you could be paid every time this machine gets tapped. A little micro payment every time people use it. It's imagine get paid every time somebody made a phone call, you got paid. Imagine that concept. Imagine every time people spend money, you made money. So this device, it says coming soon. Yes, coming very soon. We're going to witness the live machine working next month already. So the other machine that they're developing right now, and this is not available, will be the ATM machine. But this is a great idea where you can put cash into the machine and it will generate cryptocurrency to your wallet. Or if you need cash, you generate a code, your QR code for, let's say you needed $200. You scan it at the ATM machine, and out comes the money. Sound effects and all. There you go. So I kind of liked the ecosystem that they were building. And then I realized they have this exchange already. Now, opening an exchange is not easy. There's very few companies have an exchange, very few. To have an exchange, to have the liquidity, you must need a lot of clout, a lot of connections to get this thing going. And I mean, imagine a customer went there today with 3 Bitcoins and they want to swap it to USDT. They have to have that 300,000 immediately there. There has to be that liquidity. So this, they were going to launch in January, but that's not going to happen anymore, guys. And don't be disappointed because it's already launched. So they seem to do everything in advance or everything in line with what they say. And that's what I've witnessed, that they have a lot of products here, a lot of ecosystem in development, but not mañana, oh, in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. No, this is ready to kick off now. So I was very pleased to see this. Now, I'm not a trader, so I'm not really interested in this part. I am interested in swapping, let's say, Bitcoin to USDT, or I would be interested in swapping USDT to Ethereum. I'm interested in that little piece, but I don't know how to trade, so I'm not interested in all that complicated stuff. And then I love this product here. Now, this is one of the products on the exchange, and this is called liquidity staking. And what it means is, for those of you that might be lucky to have, say, a little piece of Bitcoin or a little piece of Ethereum or maybe some USDT, very often people have it sitting on a wallet or sitting offline doing nothing. It's making nothing, it's doing nothing. And without risking it in a trading environment, to be able just to park it here and start making money while you're sleeping, making money while you're eating, making money while you're traveling, making money, you know, all the time, because this pays between 17 and 20% a year. Now, some people think that's not great. Well, you need to think again. 17 to 20% a year is sensational. It beats property, it beats the bank, it beats gold. Now, very few products can give you 17 to 20% a year. And to have it liquid, what does that mean, liquid? Liquid means it's immediately transferable out into cash again. You can liquidate it, to liquidate. So you can put Bitcoin in today, you're not locked in, you can take it out tomorrow. In fact, you can put in Ethereum today and take it out the same day. So it's liquid, it's there, not locked in. I think this is a great, great product. Now, I tried it here with $1,000. It went up to $1,008. I tried 0.1 Bitcoin. You can see it there, 0.1. And it started bringing me Bitcoin every day, a little piece of Bitcoin every day. Well, how bad is that? I mean, these guys have been mining Bitcoin for the last 15 years to get what? A little bit of Bitcoin every day. Well, I don't have any miners, but here, the staking product brings me a little piece of Bitcoin every day, and it grows and grows and grows. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take out 500 just to check it out. So I took out 500. There you go. $500, look, from the withdrawal platform. This is the Trust wallet, went straight in here. You can see the transaction hash ID, all very transparent, and that left me with $500 in USDT. But now there's 513. So I put in 1,000, took out 500, now I have 513. Can you see how it grows? And of course, the Bitcoin has now grown to not 0018 anymore, 0059. So the little piece of Bitcoin comes every single day. In fact, yesterday, if you look on the bottom right, the 7th of December, it's up to 0078. Let me go back to the 3rd, 5978. Can you see it growing? And look at the USDT was $13. Now it's $14. So you make a little bit of money. You can take it out anytime you want. So if you're not using it for a week or for a month, pop it in, take it out when you need it. So this is a great, great, great product. I'd like you now to listen to our CEO, Mr. Bryan Benson. Bryan has created lots and lots of millionaires while he worked over at Binance. He saw so many people creating wealth. And now that he's the CEO here at Aurum, he wants to do that again. He wants to create 1,000 millionaires. This is one of his personal goals. I mean, what are you going to be remembered for? Who will remember you? You know, your family will remember you, but what will you be remembered for? Bryan Benson wants to create 1,000 millionaires. Have a listen to this, guys. Have a listen.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's, you know, hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through a lot, you know, compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally, is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And yeah, we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in you know, one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
So that's just a short clip from a larger interview, but the key points to be taken is He's done it before. He's seen this happening before. He sees similarities, but I see a whole lot more. Like Binance was just an exchange. Then it added the pay system. We already have the exchange, the pay system, liquidity staking, ATM machines in development, and point of sale terminals. But another project we're about to launch next month is real world assets. So you can participate in ownership of property around the world as well through the Aurum platform. Even for $1,000, you can get yourself a little fraction ownership of a property, a hotel, an apartment. We're going to start off in Dubai. When these properties make money, that's split between the ownership, so you make profit. And in the future, if we sell it, or if it has the upsell, or if you want to sell it anytime, you can sell it on the blockchain. Somebody will take up that position that you had, and you can make profits there as well. So fantastic, fantastic to see the ecosystem that's growing here. Now, to get started, it's $20, okay, $19.99 to be precise. This is a subscription, and really, this is all you're offering people, a subscription. You're not selling anybody an exchange. You're not selling them a card, because you know why? You don't have any cards to sell. How could you sell somebody a card when you don't have any? You're not selling them robotic technology. You're not selling them investments. Do you know why? Because you don't have any investments. You don't operate any investments yourself. What you're doing is you're pointing people to a subscription, just like a gym. You know, when you pay a subscription to the gym, or the golf course, and allows you to use the golf course, or a gym allows you to use the running machine, the weights lifting machine, the steam room, the sauna. You can use that when you pay your annual subscription. Here, that's what we're selling, a $20 business. That's it. You're not selling anything else. When a customer pays that $20, it's them then engaging directly with the company for these products, not you. Does that make sense? So make sure you use the right language. Make sure you use the right disclaimers when getting involved in any sort of business. And I think this is very, very smart. It's just a $20 business. And it's a $20 business that you probably wouldn't sell for $20. It's really, really good. Now, this allows you to use their products, and there's quite a few products. This would be my favorite. It's called the EX AI bot. Now, the reason it's my favorite is because it performs the best. It beats all the other products. It's the longest running. It's been going since 2023. Now, of course, back in 2023, people like you and I couldn't use it. It was reserved really for what we call accredited investors, high net worth individuals, family offices, venture capitalists. In fact, Bryan Benson closed a VC for $12 million. And I think it was Forbes wrote about that, or it might have been Binance, where I read it on Binance, but Bryan Benson closed a $12 million deal for a big company to test this. They were going to sell this product for $100 million to a bank, $100 million. And of course, now they won't. But in September 24, they decided to open it up to the public like ourselves with a view to building a customer base, building a community, because it was made sense that if they're going to launch the exchange next year, it would be very prudent to have lots of customers, lots of users, lots of token holders, lots of wallet holders. And one way of doing that is through the direct sales arm, or through what we call the affiliate programs. And of course, Binance had an affiliate program where Bryan Benson worked. So he said, okay, let's try an affiliate program. So this has been running since 2023. The Aurum Foundation has only been running since, I think, 2024. Okay. And September time, I believe, as well. Now, I only heard about it in April 25. So I'm only a new kid on the block, and maybe so are you at this stage. But it's very, very exciting. There's more than 60 million in this one bot. And by the way, guys, if you're listening for the first time, they have 7 of these. This is just one I'm talking about. They have 7 of these babies. But this is the oldest. This is the biggest. This is the best. It trades spot trading only. It trades the top 20 pairs on coin market cap. It's got 28 strategies. And it's really, really cool. It's done more than 500% in 2.5 years. And that's really good. Now, on average, the bot's presently doing, for the whole fund, about 17.5% average per month. When we say average, it kind of rocks up and down a little bit. But in around on a long-term basis, it's doing about 17.5% a month. Now, of course, you're not going to get that. That's not available. I'm not going to get that. What you get, or what I would get, would be determined by the deposit we make into our own account. So I want you to think of this as as a bank or a neobank. A neobank is the new types of banks. All the banks I notice around the country are closing down. The high street banks are closing down because they want to push us away. They want to push us onto the internet. They don't want us to go into the physical bank anymore. They want us to use online services. So Aurum already have their own neobank, and the application is presently with Google and with Apple for approval. We believe that should be approved probably in the next 6 weeks. And that would be great if it was ready for launch. It still works without the app, of course, but it would be nice to be able to just go and download the app and have your own banking app and use it. But that's how I think of this, like a bank that I make a deposit. There's no packages. There's no $100, $500, $3,000 package that I've seen in some companies. No, you just deposit what you want. Let's say you deposited $142.08 or $206.03. Doesn't matter what you deposit, but it will find its own threshold. So let's say it was inside this first range here. You're going to get approximately 10% a month. For those of you who can do more than that, let's say you had 400 to try, or maybe 700. That's going to fall into the second category. Those customers will get 11%. For those of you that can do over 1,000 in less than 2.5, you guys are going to get about 12%. So you can see yourself, the larger the deposit you make to your own account, the better the reward you're likely to receive. So with that said, there's a couple of things we need to consider here. The first thing is, well, if we're making all this money, how does the company make money? Funny enough, I asked that question. It was probably a stupid question, but I asked it anyway. Bryan Benson told me, he said, well, if the fund is doing 17.5% and you're getting, for instance, 10%, where do you think the 7 goes? I said, the company. Says, yes. So they get the spread. They get the difference between what you're getting and what the fund's doing. So for those of you who get 11%, the company's making 6. For those of you who get 12, the company's making 5. For those of you that enjoy 13%, the company's making 4. In every instance, the company's making money. And that's what we want. It has to be win-win-win. It just can't be, one party winning. So I think that was pretty good. And the next question to me was, well, can you take the money out, or can you take your profits out? How does it work? Well, yes, both. You can take your profit and principal out. The profit you can take out every day, okay, if you wish. The principal you can only take out 3 days every month. It happens to be the first day of the month, the 10th day of the month, and on the 20th day of every month, you can actually take out your principal, your deposit. So I said, that's pretty fair. And is there any fees? Is there any chat? Yes. If you take out your principal, there's an early retirement fee of 35%. But if you take out your profit, it's only 1% to withdraw. Wow, that's good. 1% plus $1 if you're using the BEP network. And it's 1% plus $3.50 if you're using the TRC withdrawal mechanism. So I was pretty pleased to hear that. I've seen some companies charge 10% on withdrawals, so this is pretty cool. Now, with that said, I'd like to show you an example of some customer accounts. Here's one here that was started. If you look on the bottom left, the 17th of April, it was funded with $500. And if you go over to the bottom right, if you cast your eyes just down to the bottom right corner with the blue arrows pointing, can you see the 17th of September? So now we've got live customer data tracking the 17th of April to the 17th of September, which is 5 months. This account has made $382 in profit in 5 months. So it was started with 500. It's sitting at this point with 882. That represents 76% in 5 months. Now, 76%, what do you get out of a bank in a year? What do you get out of property in a year? 5 or 10%? What do you get out of gold in a year? 10%? This is 76% in 5 months. This is sensational rewards. It's really, really that good for a small account like 500. And you can start lower. You can start with 100 if you wish. Now, let me show you a bigger account. This one was started on the 10th of April. Actually, the week before that one, the $10,000 was started. You can see the last 4 digits of the account number. Can you all see that? Just above the red arrow, 1972 would be the last 4 digits. I want you to remember that, 1972. And now I want you to look in the bottom right-hand corner. Do you see the 16th of May down there? So this account was trading from the 10th of April to the 10th of May. That's 1 month. And then to the 16th of May is another 6 days. Let's call it 5 weeks. It's probably 1 day short, but let's call it 5 weeks. This account has grown from 10,000 to 12,360. It's made 23% in 5 weeks. The same account ending in 1972 started on the 10th, look, exact same, made another 3,000 in the next 5 weeks. So it made 2,000 in the first 5 weeks and made another 3,000 in the next 5 weeks. And then guess what happened shortly afterwards? It made another 2,000, went up to 17,000 after 12 weeks. And after 16 weeks, this account doubled. It went from 10,000 all the way to 20,000. Now, I heard somebody say this, oh, I saw this guy made 20,000 in 4 months. Lie. Tell the truth. This account was funded with 10,000 to start with. So the profit element was only 10,000, not 20,000. So please be very careful what you say. Yeah, don't mislead people. The account was funded with 10,000 and it made 10,000 in 4 months. Now that's exceptionally good, but don't say they made 20,000 when they didn't. They only made 10. The other thing I want you to note here is there's a green button. Well, there's a white button inside a green slider. And when you slide it to the right, what happens is you compound. The profits you make every day stay inside Binance along with your deposit. They all stay there. They start trading and making you more. So profit and principal working together. That's why this account has done well. Of course, you don't have to compound. In fact, when you open your account, it's not. You'd actually struggle. A new customer would find it very hard to find where this button is, and the company will not turn it on for you either. So it's up to you to find out and decide whether this is something you want to do or not. If you need money every day or every week coming into your house, don't turn on that button. And that's not financial advice. But when that button's off, all your profit goes to your wallet every day to withdraw. But when the button's on, it's staying in the exchange to compound to make you even more. So this is done exceptionally well because it's compounding. Now, I've seen another account that this is turned off for the same period of time. And it took 7 months to double when it wasn't compounding. Okay, it took 7 months to double when the button was off, but when the button was on, it doubled in 4 months. There's just a little bit of information for you. The other thing I want you to notice is, do you see here where the withdrawal button's grayed out? And here again, it's grayed out. You can't withdraw. But look here, it's gone blue. It's bright blue, ready to withdraw. So why? Why is it gray here and here? I'll tell you why. I've already told you. You can only withdraw your principal on the 1st, 10th, and 20th. So because this is the 16th, you can't withdraw. You'd have to wait another 4 days. Because this is the 24th, you can't withdraw. You have to wait to the 1st, 10th, 20th. Now this one, you can withdraw. Why? Because it was the 10th of July. And so was this one, the 10th of August. So the 1st, 10th, and 20th, you can withdraw your principal. And have a look now at the bottom left-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner. This is the 10th of November. All the buttons are lit blue. Take out your profit if you want. Take out your principal if you want. Bearing in mind it's subject to that early penalty. But the early penalty wouldn't even count, guys, because 35% of 33,000 here is only $11,000. You'd still double your money with the early retirement fee, which is really good. So this is the same account, 1972. Started on the 10th of April. We saw it went to 10,000 in 4 months. It made an extra 10,000, but look, it's made 23,000 in total. Account's sitting at 33, but remember the customer put in 10 of that, so it's made 23,000 in 7 months. That's fantastic. The account above it, have a look at that one above, guys. Do you see this one on the 17th of April? That was that account I showed you with 500 that went to 882. It's now gone over 1,000 as well. And in 2 days from now, on Wednesday's presentation, we'll be able to show you the update in this because it won't be the 10th of November. It will be the 10th of December, which will be 8 months. 8 months track record. What we're seeing on the screen is 7 months track record. Nonetheless, it's very good. And you can see customers added some more funds. They put in 23,000, then another 12,000. So they're getting more confidence with it. They're building up their profits here quite nicely. Now that's our first bot. We've 6 more. I'm not going to describe them on this presentation. This presentation is designed to give you an overview, to give you a feeling about it, to give you some information about who the company are, who's running it, you know, what the newspapers are saying about it, what Forbes is talking about. We did a Google on it. Then we looked at some of the products, and we saw that The staking works on the exchange. They have an exchange, these terminals, they have trading bots, they have a whole lot of stuff. So we're just giving you an overview, and you've seen the results of this one. The other 6 bots you're going to find over in Telegram. They're called the Pro bot and the Zeus bot. And again, we can show you those at a different time, but these bots are quite good as well. In fact, those bots, there is no early retirement fee. You can deposit, withdraw, profit, and principal any day you wish. But these bots are specifically designed for other pairs, like if you have some Bitcoin or Ethereum or BNB, you can use those over here. The one we spoke about is USDT. So, and it's trading in the top 20 pairs. So the last product I want to talk about on this presentation would be the card. Just to give you a brief overview on it, very nice card. It works with Apple and Google Pay, so it works virtually as well as if you get the physical card. People are trying this all over the world. It's out there now. We have 4 versions coming live very soon. At the moment, we're only testing the big guy, the black card or the infinity card. What I like about this particular one is you don't need to give your passport, your driver's license, your bank statement. We don't need any details. You can get this card, and you can put up to $100,000 spending limit on it every single month. So it's really high limits. It works on your phone if you don't have the plastic card. The top-up fee is only 2.2% to exchange money for 2%. It's fantastic. They're also going to build in cashback programs and loyalty programs. And as I said, there's 4 cards going to be available quite soon. Right now, there's only the top one, the Infinity, but the other 4 is going to start at $33 with no monthly fees, and that's a one-time $33. There's going to be a $66 card one time and no monthly fees. There's going to be a $99 card, same again, $249. You'll notice the 2 high ones have no KYC, but the 2 smaller ones do. And that gives people options and choices. Yes, do you want a KYC version or a non-KYC? You remember the exchange I showed you earlier? That's a centralized exchange. Later on, when that's up and running and fully fledged, they'll open a decentralized version of that. So you'll have options, centralized, decentralized, KYC, no KYC. This company appears to be giving the customers options. And I like that. The bot that locks in, the bots that don't lock in. The withdrawal fees are very, very, very low. You can take out in USDT in the Tron version. You can take it out in the USDT BEP Binance version. They give us choices and to deposit as well. I'd just like to show you the card working here. This is the 2nd transaction ever done in the United Kingdom. This happened last June, I believe. Yeah. So these have been out here for more than 6 months in the test market. People are very, very pleased with them. They're fantastic. You can stop your bot trading, top up your card, and go shopping. And that's exactly what John did. He stopped his bot from trading. He put some money onto the card and went down to grab some milk. Let's see how he got on.
Here we go then, 2nd official transaction.
No, purple and white. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Mina.
Thank you.
That girl in the background is going to be very famous, and so is Mina. So anyway, it also works at the ATM machines. We've tried that as well. Very, very satisfactory that you can take your cryptocurrency out in cash, and you can import your cryptos from other exchanges as well. Let's say you have a little bit of crypto on crypto.com or Binance or what do you call those, Coinbases or Trust Wallet or MetaMask. You can import it to your account here at Aurum and then top it straight onto the card. You don't have to trade it to get onto the card. You just bring it in and put it onto the card as well. So it's a nice product, and I think next year we'll have a lot of exciting things to do with that card. Right now, we're in pre-launch. We're ironing out any wrinkles. We're getting the road smooth, ready for the launch, and people are getting quite excited about our products. And that's our presentation over tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I hope you got value there. I hope you enjoyed what you heard. Please do get back to the person that sent this link to you. Yeah, they thought enough of you to send this link. As soon as they heard of Aurum, they went, you know what? They thought of you. They said, I bet you this person would love this. I'm going to send them the link and hopefully they'll watch it. Now, if you don't call them, I know in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, they're going to call you. And they're going to have one question. And that question is, have you decided which bot you'd like to try? Have you decided how much you'd like to put in the bot and make some money? That's what they're going to ask you. They're not going to ask you, well, what did you think of it? But, you know, thoughts are like belly buttons. Everybody's got them, you know. So they're going to ask you, have you decided already what you'd like to do here? Have you decided how much you'd like to get started with? That's what they're going to ask you. Okay. So with that said, let's now show you the affiliate program. For those of you that are interested in building a home-based business, I'm going to show you the affiliate program. For those of you that are just customers and have no interest in helping us develop the community, you're free to go now. The presentation is over. We've talked about Bryan Benson, our CEO. We've talked about lots of things tonight. We've listened to Bryan Benson and his goal to achieve 1,000 millionaires. I already know 2 millionaires already, so we're looking for another 998. If any of you guys are interested, reach out to your upline, reach out to get the support you need to achieve those goals. It's very, very possible. If somebody else can do it, I certainly know you can. Yeah. So with that said, that's our presentation over. For those of you who want to stay, you're very welcome. I need 5 minutes of your time to share with you our affiliate program. Okay, we lost 14 people, 15. We lost 15 people. 190 of you have stayed. I think we got up to 214 there. Well done. Okay, so let's take you through the affiliate program. Now, affiliate programs are very popular. I know that Apple have one. I know that Apple have a very good affiliate program. I know Binance, we spoke about them earlier, they have an affiliate program. But I think probably the best affiliate program though was Amazon. I think Amazon probably have the best affiliate program. So it seems to be that all these companies are now using these affiliate style programs, you know. Long gone is the day where TV advertising works, you know. I know crypto.com are spending fortunes on the Super Bowl. They're spending millions of dollars putting crypto.com around, you know, the Super Bowl, but this company would rather give you that money instead of the advertising budget to go to newspapers and radio and Google ads and Facebook marketing. This company would rather give you that budget. So they take 18.5% of their total sales budget and they give it to the affiliate program. That's all they do, 18.5%. So, but that's very, very rewarding when you understand it. Now we have got 15 ranks in our affiliate program and everybody starts as a Nova. And when you're a Nova, if you shared your referral link and a customer like this, you're going to get 3% of that deposit into the EXI bot. So if they put in $100, you'll get $3. It's not very much. If they put in $200, you would get $6. If they put in $1,000, you would get $30. Yes, 33% of the deposit and any subsequent deposits. You know, your customer might put in 100 customer tonight to try this. And then in about a week or two, when they see it working, they go, you know, I'd like to put in another 400. You would get that 3% again. You can have one customer, you can have 4, you can have 18, you can have 3, you can have 9, you can have 27, you can have 10,000. It's an affiliate program. You can have as many customers as you want. And you don't have to have any. It's not obligatory. What I like about this affiliate program is it doesn't cost anything. It comes with your kit. It comes with your account. You have a referral link, whether you use it or not, that's your choice. But if somebody joins the program based on your link, you're going to get 3% of their deposits. It's a thank you bonus. Thanks for getting us this customer. We wouldn't have had this customer only you had mentioned it to them. So they give you a handshake. Instead of paying television, they're going to pay you for the referral. That's how it works. It's as simple as that. If you'd like more than 3%, what you need to do is you need to build a community that spends $7,500 in total team trading inside the EXI bot. 7,500 in total. That could be, I mean, you might only bring one customer with $100, and that customer might bring somebody with $100, and that customer might bring somebody with $100. Well, there's 300. But that customer might bring in somebody with $5,000. That's 5,300. And when all of the customers in total, whether they're yours or somebody else's, the total team volume, when that reaches $7,500, you get a promotion. You get promoted to 5% on deposits instead of 3%. You get a $100 cash bonus instantly without asking for it. By smart contract, it arrives directly into your account. Now, if you started with $100 and they give you back $100, now you're at a risk. Lots of people like that. And you can take that $100 out to any wallet of your choice. You could top up your card and go spend it, or you could add it to your existing bot that you had and maybe make that 100 make you extra money as well. That's your money. That's your choice. But now you get another bonus, and this is a 5% bonus. This bonus is better than this one. Well, how could it be? 5% here, 5%. How is 5% better than 5%? 5% is 5%. How can it be better? Because this 5% pays you every day. This one only gives you it once on the deposit, but this one is when your customer gets paid profit tomorrow, you get 5%. Let's pretend I'm your customer and I make $100 tomorrow, you get $5. If I make $200 the next day, you get $10. You get 5% of the profits of all of your customers and theirs and theirs and theirs and theirs and theirs to infinity levels. As long as you're the only voyager in the line, you're getting 5% on every account every day, as long as they're trading. Now, if you want a pay rise from 5% to 7%, it's not too hard. You just need to bring 25,000 of total team trading. Now, you don't have to bring this 25,000 yourself. It can come from anybody in the team, anywhere in depth. Okay? You get 7% on deposits, you get a 500 cash bonus, and your daily matching bonus now grows to 7.5% when it used to be 5%. Now, we do cover more about this on training, but the bones here is, do you understand what I've said generally in those first three statements? The Nova, the Voyager, and the Vanguard. If you have a fair idea of what I've just mentioned, that's really all you need to know in an overview. I mean, really what happens is the bigger volume, you get another pay rise. Bring in more volume, you get another pay rise. Bring in more volume, you get a pay rise. And of course, I'd like to congratulate Ebok, who went prime today. She's now on 13.5% deposits. She got a $10,000 bonus this morning. $10,000 hit her account instantly. She didn't have to ask for it. She didn't have to ring up. She didn't have to wait to the end of the month. As soon as she achieved, $10,000 arrived straight there. She now gets 17.5% on her own customers' daily profits, and the differential between where she is and anybody else is, she now gets 0.2% on the whole world's trading profits. So on her uplines volume, on her crosslines volume, on everybody's volume in the company, she's now qualified for 0.2. Now, unfortunately, for Ebok, she will only get paid on the next dividend, the 0.15, because the cutoff date for that was the 30th, okay? The 30th of November. But the next time she'll get that because she's already qualified. So every 3 months they pay out this shareholder bonus, and that's fantastic. So congratulations to Ebok and everybody else. Taj, what did he do today? I think he went Vanguard, if not Vanguard Pro today. Another great guy who I met personally, really storming things up over there in Nigeria. Did a great job. Can't remember, did he do Vanguard or Vanguard Pro? One or other, doesn't matter. Celebrate today, guys, and forget about it tomorrow. Let's move on and get the next rank done before the end of the year. That's what you need to be thinking about. With that said, that's just 7 of the ranks. Of course, there are a whole lot more. We've got people heading elite, magnets. I did magnet in 4 months. I did mythos in 6 months. I did legend in 7.5 months. And I hopefully will do Dominion in the next 8 weeks. So I'm aiming to do this by launch if I'm lucky. So I need a lot of work done. I do a lot of presentations. Some days I do 12 presentations. The other day I did 12. Today, this is probably the 6th one I've done. But Bryan Benson said something earlier. He said he wants to create 1,000 millionaires. And that is a statement coming from a visionary leader who helped bring 20% of all Binance revenue. What kind of revenue do you think this man's going to bring here? What kind of products do you think he's going to line up for us? Yeah. If somebody else can hit a rank, so can you. You're no different. God gave you 24 hours. God gave them 24 hours. Bryan Benson is their CEO. Bryan Benson is your CEO. The products they can use are the exact same products that are offered to you to use. This compensation plan I've just finished on is the exact same for you as it is for them. So everything is equal. The company, the products, the compensation plan, and 24 hours a day. The difference between somebody ranking and somebody not ranking, the difference is sitting on your seat right now. The difference is what you do with this business. And of course, if everybody else can do it, so can you. That's my true belief. If I can put my right hand in the air, you can put your right hand in the air. If I can turn my head to the left or to the right, you can turn your head to the left and the right. If I can go Voyager, you can go Voyager. It's a decision. Hitting a rank is a decision. Yeah, I think everybody in this call should be Voyager by the end of the month. Everybody on this call should be Voyager by the end of the month. Go do it. Go do it. The building block of this business is Voyagers. That's all you need to do. I call myself a Voyager machine. I produce Voyagers, more Voyagers. 3 Voyagers will make you Vanguard. 3 Vanguards will make you Pro. 3 Pros will make you Nexus. 3 Nexus will bring you Oracle. 3 Oracles will bring you Prime. You only need 3 people to go the whole way to the top. It is quite easy, and we'll cover more of that training. But that's it over for tonight. I want to thank everybody for attending. We got that wrapped up inside 50 minutes. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your evening, rest of your day. Go get it, guys. Great. We're coming into a season where we're going to be meeting people from all walks of life. We're going to be meeting people that we haven't seen for years, people with kids and family that have been abroad, coming back home. We're going to be seeing friends and relatives we haven't seen. Now is the season to tell them, hey, I've got a great business I want to expand into 26 in your area. In 2026, I want to expand my business into your country. I want to expand my business into your town. 2026, I'm looking to partner up in a great business that I have, and then just bring them to the presentation. How does it work? Let me send you a link. How does the business work? I can't explain. Let me send you a link. That's what you do, and let the presentation do the job for you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night. Goodbye.